Hi, today I am going to talk about a few new products from Avon and one product that has been around for a while but is new to me. I recently purchased some of the Avon cream eyeshadows. They were introduced in campaign 2 and we're just getting ready to start campaign 4, so they haven't been out too long. I was intrigued by them because I don't really have any cream eyeshadows, but at the same time I was a little bit skeptical because I have used cream eyeshadows in the past and I never really liked the product that much. They weren't Avon, the ones I used before. I think I had tried a few different brands. They always seemed to end up creasing on me, and they weren't smooth, like they would clump up. They weren't very blendable. I just wasn't really impressed. And also I have crepey eyelids. I've always had crepey eyelids even when I was a teenager, and so sometimes cream eyeshadows can tend to give crepey eyelids an aging effect, and that's definitely something I always wanted to stay away from. However, I decided to give these a try and I was pleasantly surprised. I did use them with a primer and they stayed on all day long with no creasing. And I've got to tell you, I was very, very shocked by that because I did expect creasing even with the primer, you know, after an hour or two. And when I checked throughout the day numerous times, I was really, really surprised that there was no creasing, and I was very pleased. Also, I'm even more excited to say that the primer that I used the cream eyeshadows with is Avon's new eyeshadow primer. So I was really glad that Avon came out with an eyeshadow primer because in the past they haven't really had one through the Avon line. Mark had one, but not in the Avon line. And when I did my video for Avon's Makeup Maven recently, I had to say to people in the video to make sure to prime your eyelids with like a foundation or a concealer product. And I don't really like to do that. I prefer to use a primer all the time, but Avon didn't have one available, and in the video we could only use Avon products. So now we have an eyeshadow primer. The primer comes in 2 shades, a light and a dark. I got the lightest. It's called, let me see technically what the shade is. Light beige. And it's looks like this. It's very light, sheer, flesh toned for me because I am very fair skinned. And it comes in another shade too called warm beige, which is for you know, people with a little bit darker complexion or an olive tone. I applied the primer with my finger. They do have a brush that you can put it on with if you want to use like the cream eyeshadow brush, which is also new. You can do that. In the advertisement, like in the brochure, they show the cream eyeshadow brush, and you can do that, that's fine. But I just use my finger to put it on. And I gotta say, I really like this primer. By no means am I a primer expert, but I have used a few. I'm very familiar with the Bare Minerals Primetime Eye Primer. Also, not Too Faced, Urban Decay's Shadow Insurance. Elf primer, which is, to be honest with you, the one I use the most often because I always liked it a lot, and it's only $1 and you can't complain about that at all. So and I really liked this primer. I was really pleased with it. I'll continue to use it. It worked great in combination with the cream shadows. And it's, let's see, $7 regularly, but when I bought it, it was on sale for $3.99, and usually they have a lot of different sales with Avon, so you know, it doesn't, it's never probably going to be $7 only in a brochure because your representative should be able to back order it for you with a sale price. So the cream eyeshadows that I got were Exquisite Blue, which is this color of blue. It's a light, pretty kind of metallic blue. And then also Winter Taupe, which is this one, which is a really pretty silvery taupe color. The little pots that they come in are really sturdy. They're glass little pots, so they're not plastic and chintzy. I mean, they're good and solid packaging, so you don't have to worry about it drying out or anything like that, as long as you put your caps on tight. Now the cream eyeshadows do come in a couple other shades aside from what I got. Let's see, a gray, which is a cool gray, Pebblestone, Sparkling Plum, Candy Sorbet, Frothy Mocha, and Seafoam Green. I only tried out with the two in the beginning because I wasn't sure how I was gonna like them, but here is some of the other colors there, if you can see them. I kind of like the green, but sometimes I like a little bit more of a, you know, of a bright color. So I'll wait and see how that goes with the green. The shadows are good. They have a creamy consistency. They feel cool when you put them on your eyelids. They feel like a gel almost. They're cool. They blend well, although I would say try to blend them quickly because once they set, they're a little bit harder to work with and you don't want to be tugging on your eyelids or anything. And I did get the let's see, cream eyeshadow brush that went with them, and it's $2.99, which is a great price for a brush. And I don't know, let's see if you can see that. It's got a really dense head of bristles packed together, a little bit tapered, and it's a really nice brush. I'm going to use it for other things besides the cream eyeshadow. It's probably good for precision, you know, whenever you want to put stuff in just one spot or anything. I thought it was good. The other product that I tried, which has been around for a while but is new to me, is from Mark. And it is the Keep It Going Long Wear Eyeliner and Shadow in one. These run about $11 in the Magalog. The one I got was Entourage, which is a black and silver combination. It also comes in Surreal, which is a brown and a blue, Naturalist, which is kind of like a Kelly green and a brown, bronzy color, and Iconic, which is an olive green and a gold. Here's what they look like in the Magalog. Let's see if I can. So the top one there, I think, is Surreal. And then Naturalist is the green and brown. And Iconic is the olive and the gold. Now, like I said, I got the Entourage, which was black and silver. And I was really excited about this because I thought the black would make a really good base, too, for when you're doing a smoky eye. So I plan on using it for that as well. The packaging is really neat. It's just in a little compact, you know, little brown and pink compact with the Mark logo. And then you open it up and it has a mirror inside, which is nice. But what I really like about this is once you open it, it still has another cover over the makeup. And if you've ever used gel liners or cream liners before our eyeshadows, you know they have a tendency to dry up rather quickly. So I love, love, love that they have the second cover because I think that it's fantastic for keeping your product long, you know, having a long shelf life. So then you open up the other lid and there we go. So half of the black and the other half is like a really light silver. Now, it is a little small, but the product goes a long way. And the black is extremely dense and black. I was very, very pleased. Actually, here's some swatches, and I'll show you. I swatched also the cream eyeshadows that I used. I know it's going to be kind of hard to see. This is the Winter Taupe, and this was the Exquisite Blue on the cream eyeshadows from Avon. And then up here is my Entourage Duo with the silver and then the black. Now I swatched these without any primer at all, and you can see that they have a lot of color payoff, especially because it's all buildable, so that's nice. But the look I'm actually wearing right now, I used the Exquisite Blue Avon cream eyeshadow, and then I kind of mixed it with the black in the Entourage in my crease and on the outer corner of the lid, and then I put some of this silver under my brow bone as a highlight, and I didn't like the way it blended up there. It just didn't, I think I let it set too quick. I mean, took too long and it set quickly and it wouldn't really blend. So I did use my Avon eye makeup remover, and I took it off, and then I highlighted with a different Avon color, a matte white color that is in the Femme Fatale quad that I like a lot. It's a nice flat matte white. But I really, really, really like this Entourage duo. And then I used an eyeliner brush, and I lined my eyes using the black of the Entourage, and it goes on like a dream. I've used in the past Bobbi Brown gel liners, BH Cosmetics gel liners, and Smashbox cream liners, and I always liked Bobbi Brown. I thought Bobbi Brown was, you know, the top of the line as far as gel liners go, and this is really good. It's a really good gel liner. It goes on so smooth. I mean, a little goes a long, long way. And it's very dense. It's highly pigmented. You know, I just was really, really pleased with it. So I don't know if you can see there. I always feel like a dork when I do that. But, you know, you can see. And then I took some of the Exquisite Blue, and I kind of went underneath here. And then I put a little bit more of the silver from the Entourage duo in the inner corner there. So that's it. I gotta say, I was really pleased with this Avon haul that I had. I do plan on doing more product reviews from Avon and other cosmetics companies as well. I am an Avon rep. I love Avon products, but no means do I use all Avon. I like everything. I use a lot of Smashbox, a lot of NYX. Let's see, what else? All different kinds. Like I said, I use e.l.f. Anything inexpensive to high end, you know, I like it all. And I like it when I can mix everything together too. So, but I was pleased, and I've decided to keep reviewing more products, and that I will always give an honest review of the Avon products, even if it's not necessarily a flattering review, because I want my customers to know that I'm being honest with them, and, you know, I just want them to be pleased. And I also want to be pleased because I'm a customer as well, as an Avon rep. So if you're interested in any Avon, you can contact me. My website is www.youravon.com/Watfield. It's W Hatfield, so WHATFIELD. That's my website, or you can let me know on Facebook. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I will hopefully see you soon. Thanks.